So, hello guys, this is going to be my movie tag, originally created by Robin176. Not really much more to say. Basically, yeah, Robin176 created this, and I think what you do is you answer the 15 questions that she set and put it as a video response. So yeah, I'm just going to get right into it. Before I start though, I want to say I have been seeing a lot of people's videos of the movie tags, so yeah, that's one of the reasons why I did it. I thought, you know, why don't I just join in? Number one, what is my favourite movie of all time? That is The Godfather 1 and Godfather 2. These are my two favourite films of all time. I'm pretty sure they will always be my favourite films of all time. I like them both the same as each other. I like the first one because of Marlon Brando and the rise of him and the fall of, you know, Marlon Brando's performance is just one of probably the best performance I've seen in a movie, and I just fucking love this film so much. And number two has, I love the kind of rise of Michael Corleone from like not expecting to be like one of the biggest crime bosses, but becoming like one of probably the biggest crime boss, and just his evilness. And these two movies are gold. They are the best films ever and my favourite films ever. Then favourite scene from the movies. It says favourite scene from that movie, but my favourite scene from the first movie is the Italian diner scene where the gun is implanted in the toilet and Michael Corleone gets it, and there's that intense scene of music before he just shoots both of the Sollozzo and the captain. You probably don't know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure everyone's seen this film. If you haven't, you probably don't know what I'm talking about, so I'm not really spoiling anything. But yeah, that scene is just amazing, and every time I watch that film, I always am just like waiting for that scene, because it's like a half an hour build up for like 5 seconds of him just shooting, and it just pays off so much. And then from the second one, I like. There's so many great scenes. There's the Miami scene, the whole Cuba scene with Hyman Roth, the court scenes with like telling like all like what Marlon Brando, Don Corleone did, like but he was dead in, and obviously in part 2 because you know, you've seen it, I'm not really gonna spoil it, and all of his dirty deeds he did and people didn't know, and it's just fucking amazing acting from Al Pacino. And the young Vito Corleone scenes with Robert De Niro in Italy, and Little Italy and Sicily, just amazing. Favourite actor and actresses. Actors, Denzel Washington, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Jack Nicholson, Jeff Bridges, Gary Oldman, Tom Hardy, Christian Bale, Russell Crowe, Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, Mickey Rourke, Jake Gyllenhaal, Clint Eastwood, James Stewart. And then favourite actresses: Jessica Chastain, Jennifer Lawrence, Jodie Foster, Marisa Tomei, Sharon Stone, mainly just because of Casino, Melanie Laurent from Inglourious Basterds, and Diane Kruger from Troy and Inglourious Basterds. Most annoying actors and actresses would have to be Chris Tucker for actors. I mean, Silver Linings Playbook was actually a pretty good performance, but Rush Hour, The Fifth Element, and Jackie Brown just really get on my nerves when he performs sometimes. And actresses, Jennifer Aniston, the only film I really can actually tolerate her, funny enough, is Just Go With It, which was a massive surprise for me. Favourite directors, where can I begin? You know, you got Mark Scorsese, Steven Spielberg, Nicholas Winding Refn, you know, Clint Eastwood in some of his, you know, kind of movies, because he is a director and actor as well. Sam Mendes, Tim Burton, John Huston, Steven Soderbergh, David O. Russell, Ang Lee. I'm just trying to think, just trying to look at some of these. James Cameron, Ridley Scott, Brian De Palma. Guilty pleasures: Moonraker, Clash of the Titans, Wrath of the Titans. Favourite tearjerker. I don't really get emotional at films per se, but the film that I actually just realised myself to really tear up, and that's Forrest Gump. That is one of my all-time favourite films. I love that film. I've seen it about 10 times, and there's so many just amazingly emotional things about that film. And sometimes I don't actually like sob and that, but I have tears in my eyes because I just get so emotional about the story and everything. Just him, you know, being someone that everyone thinks is going to be a retard and not going to do anything with his life, except he's in like the Vietnam War, the greatest ping pong player, has ran the whole of the United States. You know, marries the girl of his dreams, has children, meets all the presidents, awarded the Medal of Honor, a millionaire. You know, known around the whole world. It's just an amazing film. That film was just a tearjerker for me a bit. A character from a movie that scared you the most. There's a couple. There's Texas Chainsaw Massacre's the original, not the crappy remakes. The original Tobe Hooper, 1975 or 6, I do believe, classic. Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Reagan McNeil from The Exorcist. Halloween. Michael Myers, obviously Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street, originals. I don't fucking like the remakes. Only original horrors for me. For horrors, I'm not the biggest horror film fan, I'm going to admit, but the only horrors I will tolerate are just original classics. None of number 2 and number 3. I think just the original first one for me. But yeah, also The Shining. There's a lot of scary characters. The woman in the bar freaked me out. The 2 girls in the hallway, just scary shit. And as the film progresses in The Shining, Jack Nicholson's character, Jack Torrance, really, really scary guy. What movie you love that everyone hates? For me, it would have to be a James Bond film, and that is Where Are You, Moonraker? Because this is one of my favourite Bond films, probably one of my most rewatchable films, one of my favourite Roger Moore Bond films, and I fucking love this, and everyone shits on this film. I don't know anyone that really likes it. I know everyone just says it's crappy, even if it's a nostalgia film. You know what? Go into it as a Bond film and enjoy the hell out of yourself, if you will. I also like Clash of the Titans, the remake. I also like the original, but I like the remake. I don't know why everyone has to shit on that as well. A movie you hate, everyone loves. I've done a video on this actually, but some of my choices have changed, such as Shutter Island. That is now one of my favourite movies. I don't know. I didn't actually understand the film first time. But yeah, I think for me it still sounds The Green Mile. Just don't like it really. Just a bit overrated, a bit too over the top. True Grit, the remake, didn't like that, and Tron Legacy, not the massive fan of, and The Deer Hunter with Robert De Niro, just couldn't get into it. Favourite movie duo, Danny Glover and Mel Gibson from Lethal Weapon, Simon Pegg, Nick Frost from Paul, Hot Fuzz, and Shaun of the Dead. I guess Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters, Jeremy Renner and Gemma Arterton. I know that's a really, really recent film, but their chemistry actually seemed really, really good for some reason. I don't know what that was about. Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly from Step Brothers. Trying to think of some cop films. Because the Dirty Harry films, Clint Eastwood is usually on his own. You know, each film he gets a new partner. They either die or don't come back in the new one. It's always, you know, just Clint as the old Harry. But yeah, I can't really think of any more. I would say De Niro and Pacino, but Righteous Kill was a bit of a letdown. You know, they only have one scene in Heat. They don't even meet in The Godfather Part 2. So yeah. Favourite animated films? There's so many. There's Up, WALL-E, Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2 and 3, Finding Nemo, Tintin, The Secret of the Unicorn, Ratatouille, Cars 1 and 2, films that I really like but people don't. Also, that should have been in my other thing. Princess and the Frog to an extent. Wreck-It Ralph. Oh, Wreck-It Ralph. That was a great film. I don't know why I liked that so much. I didn't think I'd like it, but I fucking loved Wreck-It Ralph. Actors and actresses you have a crush on. Now, I'm not gay, alright? I'm not trying to be homophobic or anything, but I'm not gay, so no actors. But actresses, Jessica Chastain, Jennifer Lawrence, some of my favourite actresses I actually have crushes on as well. Natalie Portman, definitely. Kelly Brook from Piranha 3DD. You probably won't know of her in America. If you've seen the Piranha, you probably will. The really, really fit girl on the boat, or the really sexy girl, as you Americans like to call it. Yeah, she is beautiful. Favourite movie villain? For me, there's 3. One is obviously the Joker from The Dark Knight. That was more than a movie villain. That was an Oscar winner, and I'm so glad Heath Ledger won, even though he died before he could win. Yeah, that's probably the best movie villain. Bane from The Dark Knight Rises. That was surprisingly fucking amazing performance, and Tom Hardy pulled it off. Number 3, Bohemian Rhapsody, The Godfather Part 2, I thought it was great. Yeah, they're my 3. A movie that surprised you, 21 Jump Street. I really, really liked that film, and I didn't think it would be that good, but I really enjoyed it. So, you guys, thanks for watching my movie tag. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, join me again. Bye.